Hey copper nerds, if this druid is a MS64 brown, then what is this one? Because that is decidedly nicer. So something higher than an MS64. Oh no, would you call it an MS65 or 66? Hard telling. Well then what in the world would we call this one? Look at that, with all that red. What would that be then? Is that like an MS65 or 66 red or red-brown? Perhaps. And if that is such, what in the world is this? A proof 66, 67? Let's look at these a little closer and let's get into it. So I picked up this MS64 for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, it's a mint state example of a variety, a DNH19, that did not exist as part of the Hoard coins. So the Hoard coins included several varieties, but none of them were DNH19. So I got a DNH19 because it's a variety I didn't have, but also to show off what a mint state example of a druid will usually look like. MS64 is a monster grade for a copper coin. And this is really a nice example. It is bright and shiny. It doesn't have an overabundance of luster necessarily. I haven't been out in the sunlight with it yet, and it's hard to look at stuff through a slab, but no, it's probably there though. Beautiful, right? It's a fantastic example. But again, MS64, what is this then? And what is this? And what is this proof? These coins just don't exist in the world outside of this Hoard. And again, this was really just to illustrate what's out there and what you usually expect to find for an immaculate 1700s, late 1700s druid. These were all struck at the Soho Mint. The copper all came from the Anglesey mine. The Perry's Mining Company commissioned the Soho Mint to make these, and the business strikes were used to pay their workers. So many, if not most, of what we have in circulation will look like this because they were used as money in the day, of course. Some were set aside and kept very nice, but the ones that were in the Hoard are just another entirely different level of nice. I don't have a whole lot more to discuss beyond just making this comparison, but I do want to just give you a quick look at the living conditions that these miners who were paid in these tokens lived in. So I'm going to really quick here steal a scene with a link to the full video showing you what the mining barracks looked like over on Anglesey Island in Wales while they were mining the copper that was used to strike all of these. Let's take a look at that. Pretty interesting stuff, in my opinion. I'd imagine you agree. It adds a little context to the history. Again, these were not made for you and I to sit here and collect. They were made to be spent in commerce and to pay the workers at the mine with the very copper that they were mining. And Soho Mint history is very cool. These were the premier token of the day, and really the first token of the day as I understand it, when the Perry's Mining Company was like, we got to pay all these workers. There's simply not enough coinage in circulation. We got to figure something out. So they had these struck that were redeemable for a penny from the mine, and the rest is truly history. And up until the last couple of years, this was the cream of the crop, best stuff you could get your hands on until the Hoard. So again, mostly just a side-by-side comparison for you here so that you can appreciate just how nice these Hoard coins are compared to the nicest that existed before the Hoard was released. I hope you find this interesting, and I'm happy to discuss it further in the comments. Thank you for checking this one out. I will catch you on the next one. Peace.